Good morning or good evening, depending on where you're from. Thank you for joining today's webinar. I'm Ankita Nagraj. I'm the Customer Success Head at SellerApp. My team's responsibility is to make sure that each of our customers, in fact, all of the sellers on our platform, to become successful on Amazon. So this lets us, after observing 7,000 plus sellers on our platform and interacting with them, trying to understand the challenges, we've come to, we have a fair understanding of what strategies have worked for them. So this is what I'm going to do today. I will share all these strategies with you, and today's webinar topic is how to increase sales and revenue of your Amazon business. So before I get ahead of myself, for the newcomers, for the people who signed up on our platform this week, so I will introduce, I will tell you a little bit about what SellerApp is. SellerApp is an all-in-one solution. That means you do not have to subscribe to multiple tools for various functionalities. You have it all. From SellerApp helps you from the beginning till the end, from finding the right product to sell on Amazon, to list the product on Amazon, finding the keywords to get good visibility, optimizing PPC campaigns, monitoring competitors, and a lot more. You get all in one platform. So for today's webinar, let's look at some of the features and functionalities that will help you increase sales and revenue of your own Amazon business. Let me share my screen. Okay, so what do we have here? If you look at it objectively, we have just, okay, have I shared my screen? Okay, there you go. If you look at it objectively, we have just two factors that contribute to sales. That is desirability, and the other factor is discoverability. Desirability is the perceived value of your product that you present through product listing. So this drives the visitors to turn into customer. And the other factor is discoverability. How visible are you on Amazon? So we have a set of features on SellerApp, actually exactly 6 features that will help you increase desirability and also discoverability. So let's go to SellerApp. Okay. Okay, there we go. So what I've done is I've tracked this particular product, which is a reusable food wrap. So you can find it in the tracked products. You can track the product over here. Once I click on the product, this will take me to this page where I can see multiple features, which is like product keyword, product tracking, index checker, listing quality, and various other features, which we will be using today. So our first stop is listing quality. So like I was discussing earlier, there are just 2 factors that contribute heavily to sales. One is desirability and the other is discoverability. So in SellerApp, listing quality feature evaluates these 2 factors separately and then gives an overall score based on several different factors again. If we break down discoverability, it depends on the fulfillment mode, if your ASIN is indexed or not, search visibility, which is a SellerApp specific score, and the backing keywords, how many of your backing keywords are indexed or not. We will go in depth into these 2 features in a bit. And if you break down desirability, it can be broken down into title, optimal length of a title, bullet points, description, image count, and rating, which we will see in a bit. So, so talking about this feature, how to interpret this data. So you have an overall score over here. If you have a score that is about 80, it is a good score. If you have anything below 80, then it means that you're probably not reaching out to as many people as you could. And most of the people who are visiting your product page are not buying your product. So to check out which one of what is the problem area, you need to first check out your discoverability score. This score is on 40 and desirability score is on 60. So the discoverability score can be broken down into 4 different factors. You can check out the red circles, and you can also check out some of the orange circles. So orange circles and red circles denote that you are not up to the mark. So you can check out your score. Lower score means you need to improve your listing better. So, and you will also find the recommended over here. Recommended tells you what is expected out of your product listing from Amazon, and the score over here will tell you what is expected from Amazon, how to improve section. So let's go back to the presentation. So in desirability, a good score would be to have 10 on 10 for title, which means that you have more than 80 characters in your title and all of your keywords are indexed. Bullet points means you have to have at least 5 bullet points, and images would be at least 5 images. So in these images, you can have like a couple of detailed images, a couple of lifestyle pictures, and a couple of infographics. And description can be more than 250 words, and it's better to make it as readable as possible. And ratings, it's better to have something more than 4, and reviews, it's better to have 15. So all of this is subjected to which category you're selling in and what product you're selling. Obviously, reviews, if you look at it, some of the categories will demand you to have more than 100 reviews, and some of them as little as 1 or 2 reviews, especially automobile parts and things like that. So let's look at what would be a good listing. So if I check out this product listing, so I see that this is the Chrome extension, which I will be discussing in a bit. So if you look at the product listing, it's great to have good pictures, high quality images, and that can be zoomed into. This typically happens if you have more than 1,000 pixels. And it's good to have some of the lifestyle images which they haven't covered in this product listing. With people using it, with children eating from this wrap and things like that, that will make the users relate to the product as much as possible. And it's good to have like a title that has benefits as well as describes the nature of the product, some of the characteristics like it's biodegradable, it's reusable, it's plastic free, things like that. And then it's good to have like 5 bullet points, which have 1 or 2 lines maximum. If the text is too bulky, it's hard to read. And let's look at the description. So when it comes to description, what we recommend our users would be to have ECB, which is enhanced brand content. So enhanced brand content narrates the story of your brand. It helps people relate to the brand better, connect to the brand better. You can add videos to the product listing as well. In the enhanced brand content, what you can also do is you can throw in some of the pictures, lifestyle pictures, that will make them feel like what does it feel like to use this product. I'm not especially a big fan of this particular listing, the enhanced brand content as well, but some of the listings have nailed it. So this is just for inspiration. You can add some of the related video shorts and obviously answer as many questions as possible, and customer reviews are always like great to have with pictures and everything. So what we'll be doing in the coming weeks is that we will be taking each challenge separately, and then we'll be discussing, for example, maybe how to get reviews, how to create brand awareness, how to optimize your listing, to drive sales, how to optimize your listing, to drive traffic and things like that. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a mail, or you can ask your question in the comment section and we'll take it up. So this is the desirability part. What about discoverability part? So the discoverability, again, depends on the search visibility. The search visibility score comes from keyword tracking. So once you have evaluated your listing well, and then you know the problem areas, looking at the red and orange circles, and then you have checked out how to improve and what is the recommended. The second thing would be to go to the discoverability part. Okay, so let's check out the discoverability. All right, so in discoverability, the first thing to do would be to check which page do you rank on for most of your keywords, which we'll be checking out. And the second thing would be to check out if all of your backlink keywords are indexed. So once you know where you rank for your keywords, the second thing would be to check the keywords itself. So what is the search volume of the keywords that you have already used in your listing? Are there better keywords to use? And you can also check your competitor listings for good keywords. And then lastly, we'll be talking about the PPC campaigns. So how to analyze PPC campaigns and how to optimize them. Okay. All right, so there we are. In keyword tracking feature, you can actually track up to 100 keywords. So that means you can track up to 5,000 keywords for 50 ASINs with your Pro account. So I would say that you can track first your main keywords and then check out some of the keywords that are ranking on page 2 to optimize them. So let's discuss the strategy here. So let's say that I have tracked 10 of my main keywords. So first of all, especially for the sellers who have just launched their product, whose listing has just gone live, it is critical to check if all of your keywords are indexed or not. And typically it will be beyond page 10. So you will be working on increasing the page rank. So it will be very important to track your page rank as well. So keyword tracking will tell you if your keywords are indexed or not and which page do you rank on Amazon page results. So for example, if I type in biodegradable food wraps in the Amazon search bar, which is the exact page that my product will be seen at. And the search position would be the exact product placement of my listing. So this product that I've tracked is ranking on page 1 at second product. The product placement is 2. So that means it will be seen at the top of the page. I can dig deeper into each of the keywords to check how my ranking has been in the past week. So I see that it was on page 3 and then it moved to page 2 and then it moved to page 3 and then it moved to page 1. So this shows that either something's working out here and something didn't work out. So the page rank dropped and then it got back to page 1. So this is very important to keep a track of as well. So let's say that going back to keyword tracking, the way that I went to that previous page was just to click on this keyword. Each individual keyword will have keyword performance graph in each. So let me show you. If I click on this, each keyword will have a keyword performance graph. If I need to go back, I click on keyword tracking. So, okay, so talking about the strategy, let's say that you have 10 main keywords or 20 main keywords. So once you track all of them, and then once you start ranking on page 1, the second thing would be to check similar keywords that are based on these similar customer search terms that are based on these keywords, and then to check which page do you rank on. So that can be typically taken from product keyword. So this is the second feature. This will be actually third feature that I'll be talking about today. So in this product keyword, I get different customer search terms, a list of customer search terms based on the keywords used in the product listing. and also some of them that are relevant to the product listing, but are not used in the listing. So it is up to you to check if the keyword is actually relevant or not. So what I was trying to say was, let's say ET biodegradable food wraps or baby food pouches variety pack. So if this keyword is relevant to my product listing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to track this at a keyword tracking. So I'm going to track this keyword and then go back to keyword tracking and check which page do I rank on for that keyword. So baby food pouches variety pack is obviously not indexed because I haven't used this keyword in my product listing. So the second stage is to track a set of secondary keywords that are not your main keywords and then check which page do you rank on. If you're ranking on page 2 or page 3, you can focus on optimizing those keywords. And then you can do this stage by stage, wherein you would have optimized, let's say, about 50 keywords. You'll be ranking on page 1 for 50 keywords. So that is a good spot to be at, right? So keyword tracking can also be used for PPC keywords. If you're running PPC, manual PPC campaigns, you can add those to check how are your keywords performing, if you have to stop the campaigns, if you have to invest more on your campaigns and things like that. Moving on to product keyword. So what this can be used as would be to check, especially the second column, if it's completely grayed out, it means that this keyword does not exist in your product listing, which was true. We just checked this one out, right? So you can check out some of the keywords that are completely grayed out and then see if it's relevant for your product listing. If it is, you can go ahead and add it. So I will be also talking about how to filter out the best keywords, how to choose keywords to put into title, description, bullet points in a bit. So this feature tells me some of the keywords. Once I make a list of the keywords, I can even copy from here. So let's say that I want to copy these two. I can copy it and then put it into a separate Excel sheet. I can even sort it based on the search volume. Packages, food. So typically, if I sorted based on search volume, the relevancy score will be it will be all over the place. So not all of these keywords are actually relevant, which is the third column. And then so I'm going to sort it based on the relevancy score. Okay, this gives me all of the relevant keywords. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will be, if I was researching keywords, I would export this entire file into my desktop, and then I would sort it based on the search volume and also the relevancy score, and then pick out most highly searched keywords. So remember, you have to have a filter on both relevancy score and search volume, and then you can pick out the highly searched keywords and put it into in your title. And then next comes still extremely relevant, but then the search volume is sort of medium. It's not high, it's not low, it's medium. So those typically go into your bullet points. And then lastly, the low search volume keywords, but still extremely relevant, go into your description. And backing keywords, you know, these are some of the keywords that are typically can't be used in your product listing. For example, it could be food wraps for kids, food wrap for adults, lunch food wraps, and parties for picnics and things like this. So that can't be used in your product listing. These go into your backend. We'll be revisiting this feature again, and this can also be used as competitor keyword lookup, which we'll come to in a bit. So once you have figured out some of the keywords that are not used in your listing, so you have a set of keywords, the next stage would be to go to keyword research. I'm going to check reusable bootstraps. Reusable. Okay, that seemed like an Amazon suggested keyword. Okay, there we go. So it's all the same here. You have to check the search volume and the relevancy score. You can export the whole list as well. And you can select it separately, and then you can copy the keywords and put it into your product listing. So this is the same thing again. You find more and more keywords for your product listing, and then especially if your keywords don't have this kind of search volume, then I would really suggest you to take a look at the keyword research and then see what shows up. Especially if you have research keywords like a month back or 2 months back, or the time when you launched your product, then definitely this is recommended. This process should be done every week or 2 weeks to check what are the new keywords. You can also find some of the new keywords since you last logged in, so that's a useful feature as well. And then if you're interested to check out competitors that are also indexed for the keyword, you can click on the product suggestions. So this will show all the top competitors for this specific keyword, and it'll also show total number of products indexed, average price, average rating, average reviews of the products. So this gives an idea of competition, and this will give an idea of demand, which is important. So going back to the product keyword, so let's go back to product keyword. So as I was saying, once you've tracked your keywords and then you know that you're not ranking on page 1 for some of your keywords and you want to increase visibility, the logical next step would be to get more keywords for your product. So the way you do that would be first to go to product keyword, check out some of the keywords that are not there in your listing, go to keyword research and get a list of keywords from there as well. So the other thing that you can do would be to check competitor listings for keywords. So let's say that I'm interested in tracking another guy, reusable bootstrap. Okay, so if I'm interested to track this guy, by the way, this product has a great listing, and they have some of the lifestyle pictures as well. It's pretty good. It looks neat. The only problem with this product listing is that they do not have EBC, enhanced brand content, but otherwise they are one of the top selling products for this niche. So let's go back to product keyword. Okay, so you can also track some of the keywords, backend search terms, competitor, ASIN as well. So, and we suggest some of the keywords as well. So if I don't want to do all of this, I can just click on this, come to this listing. Product keyword, this one tells me what are the keywords that have been used in the title, what are the keywords that are used in the bullet points, and then I can sort it based on the search volume, get the highly searched keywords. For example, plastic storage containers, food storage containers, plastic. Looks like this product is actually plastic, made from plastic, which is not relevant to the product that I've tracked. Reusable food storage bags is a great keyword, but it has 7,000 search volume. So you get the drill. So you need to check what are the keywords that are used in different top seller listings, and then the most efficient way to do that would be to use the Chrome extension. Chrome extension is another tool. It's like a subset of the features that we have on Seller Prime web app. So this typically has two views. One is this listing page where there are multiple listings for a specific keyword. So this gives average sales, average price, average sales rank, and average reviews of the niche. This is especially useful if you're trying to find out the competition of a niche, or if you're trying to find out profitability of a niche. So you can sort it based on the sales or revenue, and then pick out the highly searched products. So you can track it directly from here. And then once you have tracked the product, you can also get a different view of this product, wherein you see the overview section over here. Profit, you can calculate the profit, and then you can check out the keywords on the go. And if you've tracked keywords, you can get that as well. I haven't tracked keywords for this particular product. So you can also use this Chrome extension on the web app itself. I'm going to quickly show you that. So if you want to just calculate some profit, you can do that over here. The alerts and historical data is anyway available on the web app. So, okay. All right, so this is the keyword part. Now, if you have, let's say, let's take an example again. If you're using plastic storage containers food, it has a search volume of 24,000. So if you're ranking on page 1 for this keyword, it means that you're reaching out to 24,000 people on an average per month. And this search volume is for this month, and it keeps changing every month as well, depending on the customer behavior and how many searches this particular keyword has in that month. So if you're ranking on page 2, then it is possible that you are reaching out to only 20% of the people that are searching for this specific keyword. So how can you increase that? There are a few ways. One of the most popular ways is to optimize, is to start PPC campaigns, right? So once you have started PPC campaigns, let's say automatic and manual, PPC analyzer will tell you, will give you insights into your campaigns, into the keywords that are working well for you, that aren't working well. So this sort of takes down a whole lot of headache that goes into piling up different search term reports, trying to understand a lot of data, and then seeing how to increase bid or what to do with different keywords. So over here, it's all organized. You have a set of high-performing keywords, a set of underperforming keywords, and this is a dummy search term report. So I do not have as many keywords in these sections. So once you upload the report over here, upload new search term report, you could also connect your PPC Amazon API so that we can pull your reports automatically. So first of all, this tells me how much am I spending, how much am I earning from my automatic and manual campaigns. And then if I click on Explore More, this will go into each and every section, which is the high-performing keywords. It takes a look at the impressions, clicks, and number of orders, and also ACOS. And then based on that, it gives a suggestion. This looks like an upcoming keyword for your product. Increase bid rate if required. So what that means is I'm getting 1 click and 1 order for just 21 impressions. So if I increase the bid for this particular keyword, I could be getting more impressions that could result in more clicks and more orders. So this suggestion you'll get for every keyword. You don't have to break your head about what to do with different keywords. So you can explore. So these are, I don't have any promising keywords. Promising keywords are typically the keywords that have low impressions, high clicks, and high rates. Underperforming keywords are typically the keywords that have ACOS that is greater than 30%, which is usually the profit margin for many of the sellers. So if you'd like to change that A cost, you can change it over here. So you will also find the suggestions. It could be negative keyword, reduce the bid, and things like that. So you could also go into each and every campaign yourself if you'd like to manually analyze each and every campaign. And this will tell you the match type, the searches, ad spend, and sales. So this just means that you don't have to go into Seller Central every time. You can just come here. This view is better than Seller Central, I'd say. And you can decide what to do with your PPC campaigns. So if you need to optimize your PPC campaigns for ranking, I would say you can be a little more aggressive. It could mean that you will be draining out a little bit of your money. But if you want to rank on page 1 for the keywords, you could get as many impressions and try to convert as many visitors as possible into customers, so that your page rank will increase for a set of keywords. So once your ranking increase for a set of keywords, that means that your other keywords will also be taken care of automatically, which is not the case always, but then with a little bit of work, you can rank on page 1. So another strategy in PPC campaigns is to get conversions. So if you want to get conversions, you have to be a little careful about your spends, which keywords are converting well for you, which isn't, and then you have to reduce and then the bid or increase the bid accordingly. And then you have to also be very careful about the match types. So I will be discussing each of these topics. PPC campaign optimization is one of the topic that I will be handling in the coming weeks. So let's take a good look at each of these different questions or challenges in the coming weeks. So that's it for today. And if you want to contact me anytime, you could reach out to support@sellerprime.com or anki@sellerprime.com. I'm also there on LinkedIn and Facebook. Or you could just search for Ankita Nagraj on LinkedIn and Facebook and connect with me. So for our next webinar, we'll be taking a deep dive into how to research products on SellerPrime. And after the next webinar, we'll be looking at individual challenges. So if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email or connect with me on LinkedIn and Facebook. We can discuss. We also provide one-on-one consultations for our customers, for our SellerPrime Pro customers. So this entails discussing different challenges and discussing strategies that go beyond SellerPrime to achieve certain goals on Amazon. So it was great talking to you today. I hope I'll see you during next webinar. Thank you for joining again. Bye-bye.